Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to Bookish Blonde. This is Jen. So today I'm going to talk to you about my reading plans for July. So this is going to be a kind of different, more chatty video. It's not going to be as concrete as some of my other TBRs because I have kind of bitten off a little bit more than I can chew, I think. So I think the excitement of summer and being home and not working and like wanting to read all the things. So I want to participate in Ketchupathon, which is put on by Books and Jams over on her channel, Krista's channel. I also want to do Deck of TBR, which is put on by Bekah, Books and Bujo, and Chloe. And then I have my own thing going on. I'm already doing Booked for Summer. So I'm hoping some of these books can work for multiple different things that I'm involved in. So these are going to be kind of loosely my TBR, my plans for July. I'm also going out of town to Tennessee to visit some family for a week. So I'll be taking my Kindle with me there. So who knows what'll be read on that. So it is what it is. We'll see what I get to out of all these books. So let's just get started. I am doing the Ember in the Ashes read along with Sarah and Krista. So this is book number 2. So I won't get into what it's about because it's book number 2 in a series. But this is something I'm hoping to get to. I want to do another vlog of my rereads of what I would consider like favorites of all time to see if they still hold true. I'm going to do a thriller this time, and I don't know yet, but I'm either going to do Final Girls by Riley Sager. This was my first Riley Sager I read, and I remember loving it, so I want to see if that holds true still. Or The Good Daughter by Karin Slaughter. Both of these were 5 stars when I read them, so one of these might get read for that video if I can squeeze it in. For buzzword for Books and Lala, she says she has the buzzword, which is punctuation. So I'm going to go with book number 1 in a series, which will also help my series goal that I'm failing right now. We have a comma right here. Hello, Transcriber by Hannah Morrissey. I think there's 3 books out in this series. This is a debut. So we have a female police transcriber who goes above and beyond to solve a harrowing case. Every night while street lamps shed the only light on Wisconsin's most crime-ridden city, police transcriber Hazel Greenlee listens as detectives divulge Black Harbor's gruesome secrets. She's an inspiring novelist. Hazel believes that writing a book can be our only ticket out of this frozen hellscape, but her life isn't exactly brimming with inspiration until her neighbor confesses to hiding the corpse of an overdose victim. With an insider's look at the investigation, Hazel becomes spellbound by the lead detective, and the chilling narrative he shares with her. Through his reporting, she learns that a suspicious death is linked to Candyman, a drug dealer notorious for selling illegal substances to children. Ugh, what an asshole. What a jerk. So as the investigation unfolds, Hazel will discover just how far she will go for her story, even if it means destroying her marriage, her career, and any chance she has at getting out of Black Harbor alive. So that sounds really good. So that is going to be for buzzword. And then for on the cover buzzword, it's technology. Now, I struggled to find something with technology on the covers. I have a couple books I know have technology in them, but nothing on the cover. So I'm going to go with Project Hail Mary because there's an astronaut, and without technology, he would be dead, right? So does that work? I'm making it work. It's my channel, my rules. No, I'm kidding. But I've only read The Martian by him and absolutely loved it. So I have high hopes for this one. I also want to read it before the movie comes out. I think 2026, I think. So this book, Project Hail Mary, we're following Ryland Grace. He is the sole survivor of a desperate last chance mission. And if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish. That doesn't sound hopeful. Except that right now, he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very long time, and he's just been awakened to find himself millions of miles from home with nothing but 2 corpses for company. His crewmates dead, his memories fuzzily returning, Ryland realizes that an impossible task now confronts him. Hurtling through space on this tiny ship, he must puzzle out an impossible scientific mystery and conquer an extinction-level threat to our species. Oh my gosh. It's a tale of discovery, speculation, and survival. This sounds horrifying. I would be, like, being trapped or lost in space is an irrational fear of mine. So this sounds horrifying, but I've heard it's an amazing book from many, many, many people. So that will be for technology on the cover. We're going to make it work. The next possibility is something left over from June. That is the Oceanography of the Moon. So I'm really struggling right now with keeping up with my buzzwords. So this prompt was for something celestial. Did not get to read this in June, so hopefully I'll get this in July. Sarah and I have been buddy reading this series now for a while. This is book 3, Ruin in the Faithful and the Fallen series. I'm hoping to finish this up because we did not finish it in June. So this is now moving on into July as well. Okay, on my Kindle, I'm hoping to pick up Forget Me Not by Stacy Willingham. That's a NetGalley that I have. It comes out, I believe, sometime in August. I've loved everything that I've read by her. This is a murder mystery. It sounds really good. It's getting good feedback already on Goodreads. I think like 80-ish% of readers that I've read it already have given it 4 or 5 stars, so I have kind of high hopes. And I'll probably be reading that one on vacation. But we have a character who, I think her sister died. The man was locked up, put away for murder, case closed. She leaves her hometown, small hometown kind of vibe. She leaves, becomes successful, has to come home for some reason. I love the return home trope. And then I think more murders start happening. Have I read books like this before? Absolutely. But it's Stacy Willingham, and I can't imagine her steering me wrong. I think she is going to do a great job with this trope. So that's a possibility. Who knows what deck of TBR-a-thon will bring me, but like I said, I'm going to play, and I'm on the red team, which is Plan Out, not Mood Reader. It's TBR. So I'm going to draw a few cards and see how I can fit it in with everything else, and maybe bring a physical book or find something on my Kindle that would fit the deck of TBR. So we'll see how that goes. And then last but not least, I want to participate in Ketchupathon. So Ketchupathon is July 6th through the 20th. We'll see how many books. I've picked 3 Book of the Month books, which will also help me with the goal of this year to read down my Book of the Month to 0, which I don't think will happen. I've only read, I think, like 3 maybe so far this year on the top of my head. So the prompts for that, we have for location, we have home, theater, or outdoor. I'm going with theater, which that prompt is friendship focused, and I'm going to pick up The Collective by Alison Gaylin. I have not read Alison Gaylin yet. This one I've had for a while. Gosh, November of 21, you guys. So I've had this for years. I don't even remember what it's about. I know it's about like mothers, which is where the friend trope comes in. Let's see, we're following Camille Gardiner. She's grieving and angry, a mother who 5 years after her daughter's death is still obsessed with a privileged young man she believes to be responsible. When her rash actions draw the attention of a secret group of women, the Collective, Camille is drawn into a dark web where these mothers share their wildly different stories of loss as well as their desires for justice in a world where privilege denies accountability. Fueled by mutual rage, the Collective members devise and act out retribution fantasies via precise, anonymous, highly coordinated revenge killings. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Okay, so that's going to be for Ketchupathon for my location. It's going to be a theater. The category and the genre are going to be a different book. I'm going to use those next book to fill both of those prompts. So for category, we have animated, which is an illustrated cover, live action, which is a realistic cover, and classic, which is oldest on the TBR. I will try to remember to link the announcement video for this as well down below in case you're interested in checking it out. I'm going to go with live action, which is a realistic cover. And then for genre, we have action, rom-com, fantasy, documentary, drama, or period piece. And this book is a mystery thriller, so we're going to have the genre of action, and it's going to be a live action movie. And for that, I'm going to read Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister, or Gillian McAllister. I loved Wrong Place, Wrong Time by her. I think I've read something else too that I really enjoyed. So definitely not my first time around with this author. But yeah, I'm excited. So it says there's a man out there. His weapon isn't a gun or a knife. It's a secret. So we're following Olivia, who's 22 years old. No history of running away, but last seen on CCTV entering a dead-end alley and not coming back out again. Missing for 1 day and counting. Then we have Julia, who's the detective heading up the case. She knows what to expect. She expects a desperate family, a ticking clock, and long hours away from her own daughter. But Julia has no idea how close to home this case is going to get. Because her family's safety depends on one thing, Julia must not find out what happened to Olivia and must frame someone else for her murder. What would you do? So that's Missing Person by Gillian McAllister. Okay, so for the next prompts, I have one more book. So there's 3 books total. The last one will count for my snack and my drink. So we have small, medium, or large for snack, drink size, depending on pages. And I'm going with large, which is pretty realistic. If I'm going to the movie, I'm getting a large popcorn and soda because I just am. And so large is 450 or more pages. The snack I'm going to get, this is my highest rated out of all the books I have on my book of the month left to read. So I'm getting popcorn, which is perfect. And then a soda, which is a neutral cover. So the book that works for all of those is The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. I have been putting off this book because I've heard it's really sad, but I felt like it's just too good to be true that this was the highest rated. Like, I just looked at the prompts of Ketchupathon and picked what I'd really want, which was popcorn and a soda. I always bring my candy in my purse. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I always get my candy from the grocery store or the gas station or something before, and then I buy popcorn and a soda because I love movie popcorn. It's the best. So I just went with that. It was realistic for me, and so this fit all 3. So it's 464 pages or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's check it out, shall we? Oh, you guys, this might actually... Okay, well, with the acknowledgments, it's 454 pages. It's 451 pages with the author's note. Let's see. So we're going to count that. The story is actually 448 pages, which would put me at a medium. But with the author's note, which I always like to read, we are into that large size. And it's the highest rated, like I said. So I feel like I'm the last person to ever read this book. But it's a story about, in 1921, it's about the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl, takes place on the Great Plains. So yeah, many of you have read and loved this, but I'm very excited. I just, recently did my reread of The Nightingale and reminded myself really quickly why she is my favorite historical fiction writer, although Amy Harmon is getting up there. But anyways, I am very excited to finally pick this up. I don't think I'll take this with me on vacation because it's a chunkamunka, but I just made that word up, I think. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get to this in July as well for Ketchupathon. So like I said, no promises. Oh, one more thing. Okay, so I rolled my second roll for Book for Summer. That is going to have its own vlog, so maybe you want to wait and see what I roll. But I'm going to be reading also Perfect Days by Rafael Montes. You'll have to watch to see what I rolled to make me pick this, but this is also a July read. For sure this will get read because I really want to get out to you my first vlog for that video, and I've only read my first book, so definitely gonna be reading roll 2 and roll 3 and then put out a vlog for you guys in hopefully July for that. Yeah, so there you have it. It's a lot of books, you guys, and yes, I have a lot of time to read because I'm off of work, And hopefully I'll get some reading time at the lake when I'm on vacation in Tennessee. But I will be with family that I haven't seen in a long time. And my family, we have a good time. We truly do. We enjoy each other. We love playing games. My dad has a boat. We do skiing and tubing and, you know, all the things. So hopefully, gosh, this stack is, I don't even know if I can lift this up, you guys. You know, there's going to be a lot going on. So I don't know how much reading I will get done that week, but we'll see. And then July 28th, I go back to work. So, yeah. Oh, gosh, here we go. Let's see if my workouts have been helping get strength because I can't even fit it in the frame. Okay, there you go. That's a lot. These are my possibilities for July. How many will I read? Oh, and don't forget the Kindle book. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 books. It's not going to happen. There's no way. I don't know how that would happen. Plus another roll. Plus the deck of TBR-a-thon. So we'll see. Hi, Jen from the future. I totally forgot. I have 3 books for my next round of Read Like a Booktuber, which are surprises, but they're right here. So these are also possibilities for this. These need to be read by the end of August. But one of these I'm hoping to at least get started in July. And then also my Go With the Flow for July, I have not picked out yet, but it will be picked out soon. And I have a surprise that I won't tell you yet, but there's a reason why I haven't picked out my July pick yet. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what that is. Okay, bye for reals. We'll see. Bear with me. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on what July is going to look like. I am obviously very excited about some of these. We'll see what I get to. And as always, thanks for watching. Happy reading. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.